cry of approval. We are oppressed, so long we've been kept down. Remember he said be fruitful, rather we need more natural. Oh Lord,
bring back the milk and honey,
cane juice and bush medicine.
Bring back the milk and honey,
vanilla and cassava.
Bring back the milk and honey,
coconut oil and cotton.
Bring back the milk and honey.
Oh Lord.
Bring back the milk and honey,
coconut oil and cotton.
Bring back the milk and honey.
Oh yes, my people, hear the cry of approval. We are oppressed, so long we've been kept down. Remember he said be fruitful, rather we need more natural. Oh Lord,
bring back the milk and honey,
cane juice and bush medicine.
Bring back the milk and honey,
vanilla and cassava.
Bring back the milk and honey,
coconut oil and cotton.
Bring back the milk and honey.
Oh Lord. We got the land and plants willing to grow. Remember the good old days. We got to work the land, I say, oh Lord.
Bring back the milk and honey,
cane juice and bush medicine.
Bring back the milk and honey,
vanilla and cassava.
Bring back the milk and honey.
Coconut
Sakai Malad, Prince Wadix, Prince Wadix, Prince Wadix, Prince Wadix. Papou an wete ba moun fle la yon moj a kite la vi. Apresye sa yo ka fe kon yo a pa mi nou jodi. La se mouve vale vie non nou ka kousife moun evi. Faut nous connaître pour meilleur, c'est pour nous tout ça bénéfice. For all the wonders you done for us all, spreading the culture all over the world. For all the good things that you done for God, that's what it's. We thanking you, brother.
It's 12 minutes after 11 o'clock here in Dominica, the beautiful island of Dominica. It's a sunny day today. It's the 23rd of August. We're almost back into the school year, the new school year. Look at this. The
Yeah.
time has gone by so quickly. Welcome to Creole Heartbeat. I am your host, Julie Roberts. And we always say every week, if you're celebrating a birthday today, happy, happy birthday. If it's an anniversary, happy anniversary. Here at Creole Heartbeat, we celebrate with you. Thank you for joining us. This morning I have another entrepreneur who's going to be sharing with us. But and we know that it's normally good when we have them because we're so proud of the products that have been produced here in Dominica, the products and the services, of course, that we have here in Dominica. Before we go into the entrepreneur story, so this morning on my way up here, I was having a conversation, and it's the second time for the week I've had the similar conversation with somebody. I don't know if it's a Roseau, it's a Portsmouth thing, or if it's a Dominica thing, but this morning, I guess, with your help, I will know.
Yeah.
And also, if you're listening, you can just send us a message on the Facebook. We're live on Facebook, so I encourage you to go over to the DBS Facebook page and be a part of what's happening in the studio. This morning, we also have stuff on display, so I encourage you to not only listen in Radioland, but also over on the Facebook page. So on the way up, I was speaking to this man, and he had this long conversation with me. And then at the end, somewhere in the end, he said, "But what is your surname?" And I was like, he said, "Remind me of your surname." And I said, "Remind you of my surname? I didn't even tell you my surname, much as to remind you." And he said, "I just want to place you." I said, "You just want to place me?" Like, nobody, like, I don't know if it's just, it seemed to be a cultural thing in Portsmouth. So if it's a cultural thing in Dominica, Jamasha and Rachel tell me, but somebody will meet you, and before they even say, "Hi, my name is Jane, what's yours?" They will say, "You're not from here."
Yeah.
Or they'll say, "Who's your people?" And for me, I want to say it rubs me the wrong way. It just seems like it's not social etiquette, but because you're accustomed to people saying, "Hi, my name is so and so," and then the next question is, "What do you do?" And that way you network and stuff.
Yes.
So is that something that is just a Portsmouth thing, or is it a Dominican thing?
Maybe a Portsmouth thing. But
Okay, what about you, Jamasha? Are you with us? You listening to us? Is that a Portsmouth thing where people meet you and not ask your name and speak about what you do, but they ask you where you're from or who's your people?
That's a Dominica thing, a Caribbean thing maybe.
Okay. Okay. So in the comments, let us know. It's this is Creole Heartbeat, where we speak about all things Dominica, and that sometimes you don't realize something until you're told about it. So that is something we spoke about, and I did tell the guy, I will speak about it this morning and see where it's really coming from. All right, so this morning our show is sponsored by Digicel. I want to thank Digicel for being our proud sponsors, and also for giving us that fuel to continue with Creole Heartbeat. Okay. All right, so our guest this morning is Miss Rachel Shillingford, beautiful Rachel Shillingford, lots of hair, gorgeous smile. So if you join us on the Facebook page again, you will see her. Good morning, and thank you for being here with us today on Creole Heartbeat.
Ms. Roberts, thank you so much for having me, and to everyone listening, thank you. My name is Rachel Shillingford, and I am from the twin communities of Colibistry and Monrachet.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever had someone from Monrachet here before. But so welcome.
There's a first for everything.
Yes, thank you for being the first.
Yes.
I have experienced Monrachet though. That's up in the hill.
Oh.
Like
yeah. Yes.
So the bottom part is also Monrachet and all the way up?
The bottom part is Lagoon Bay and Colibistry.
Okay.
But it's twin communities.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you for being here, and a shout out to the Monrachet and Colibistry people. You're in the building. Yes. All right. So tell us a little bit about yourself, besides the fact that you're from Monrachet and Colibistry.
Okay. So I am an entrepreneur, and then I'm also an author. I am the founder and CEO of Herbal Harmony, and I'm also the author of the Tea Matador That Could. Mm-hmm. Now, beside being an author and an entrepreneur, my entrepreneurship journey wasn't always something that I had. I was gainfully employed before going on that journey. However, what they say, that sometimes you're sitting at someone else's table, but
Yes.
you want your own.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted my own too. So I went out there and I tried finding my niche. I tried so many things. I have researched, and there's a personal story who brought me to both of my niches, which is being an entrepreneur and an author.
Okay. All right. So this morning, before we get into your entrepreneurial story, because this is why you're here, along with the fact that you're an author,
Yeah.
your hair. School is going to be reopened soon. I just spoke to Jody to ask her to show us some quick tips for parents that have to comb the 4C, 4B, and for those listening, we just mean the coarser texture, like over texture.
Yeah.
We mean that. And you know, a lot of parents struggle with that.
Yes.
So I see you have a beautiful head of hair here.
Okay.
Well, just give our Dominican listeners some
little
tips for their children for back to school.
Okay. So everyone who knows me knows I love having even false hair. So while I was coming here this morning, my sister told me, I think you should wear natural hair.
Yes.
Because it's plentiful, and every time I wear it, people ask, is this your real hair? Yeah. So one of the tips, and I'm sure Jody can agree as well, there's not much that we even do to achieve that type of hair. A simple oil. One of my favorite is our natural castor oil blended with coconut oil. And I also infuse my own oil, and I have used Jody's hair butter as well to lock in the moisture.
Yes.
Now it's very simple. I'm sure they can get a handband from Jody or a little lace, and you just simple. It's low manipulated. Send up the hair, and I just take 4 small twists and twist it up. It's very easy and simple, but to others, it look very hard.
And it's something you can do quickly in the
Quickly
morning for your daughter.
For your daughter.
Yes, and
Yes.
you know, in my case, I don't even use a shoelace. I saw Jody stacked it with a shoelace, but I just use the leg of the stocking.
Oh yes.
And I just pull, and I just pull.
Tight.
You know, so yes,
Yes.
we're giving you some back to school tips for the children with a lot of hair, and you're rushing in the morning.
Sure.
All right, so let us go with your entrepreneur story. And as you said, there's always something that will inspire or motivate you to start. And I don't know, so for some people they get to rock bottom in terms of career, and then they decide they want to be an entrepreneur. For others, they just see a need and decide to fulfill the need. So which was it for you?
Okay, so it was both inspiration and being at rock bottom, because sometimes rock bottom can show you lessons that mountaintops haven't.
Yes.
It's hard to even get there. And it took me one day I can tell you the different aspect, because there was 2 different inspiration for both my teas and my book. So I was on I'm going to start with the teas. So I was on vacation in the USVI with my other half, and I am walking through the supermarket, and there are so many teas. Now I'm not seeing nothing produced from our island, Dominica, and I'm saying to myself, how can an island with such a rich soil, so many herbs, why isn't there something manufactured from here? I'm seeing Trinidad, I'm seeing other Caribbean islands, but not Dominica. So I said, you know what, I'm going to start a business, maybe with teas. And I thought of it, but it wasn't until I was diagnosed myself with PCOS. And I said to myself, I have to do something besides going to the doctor. You know, you go, the doctors are helpful, but sometimes medication is just a band-aid to the solution. So I started experimenting with herbs, and I noticed my cycle was coming back to normal, to the point that when I went to my doctor, he said, well, do what you do, because diet plays an important role in our health as well. And I continued thinking with the herbs, and that is when I released my red raspberry tea and went on to doing the other type of
which
herbs.
they hear, but we'll speak about them later.
After,
Okay,
yes. So this is how my tea business came about. It was an inspiration from being out there, seeing the world, and not seeing my country marketed, and also my personal health journey. And I am still looking at ways to branch out, and it's very personal to me. I'm glad that I found my niche. I have also tried other things, working for someone, and it wasn't for me. But here now. and I'm gonna try.
Yeah. Creativity, not just discipline. I remember asking that to Terry last week. Creativity and discipline are both two great attributes to have as an entrepreneur.
Yes.
Where have you been pulling your creativity from, and also your discipline?
Okay, so my discipline come from me wanting more, and also, you know how they say, behind every great person stand a great team, a great man or other half. I have had my family push me, even when I feel like giving up. I had my other half always remind me that keep going. One day that can be something that can make it big. And, you know, so this has been something that has me disciplined and also wanting more. Like you say, if something is a passion for you, you'll want to do better until you achieve a particular goal to see that product or whatever you envision for that thing to grow and be somewhere that you can tap yourself on the side or take a drink and say, I did it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So NDFD has been the fairy godmother for a lot of entrepreneurs in Dominica, especially women.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping very soon on the Creole Heartbeat Show we'll have a male entrepreneur. But so far, we've had women. And so tell us, I know they boast about the fact that they work well with women and they want to give women that opportunity. They're breaking the bias, the opportunity to be their own business owner, business owner and entrepreneur. So tell us about your relationship with NDFD. How you, or tell us how it started.
Okay. So my relationship with NDFD started from me participating in the Green Innovation Summit, which took part in June.
Oh, just this year?
Just this year.
Okay.
Yes. So I decided to take part because I wanted to go green. And I saw that advertisement and I decided to fill in the form, not knowing whether or not I would have been chosen. So I sent in the information and I got a call from NDFD saying that you have been one of the person chosen for the Idea Lab Day to take part in the Green Innovation Summit.
Okay, so before you go on, what is the Green Innovation Summit for those who are listening at home?
Listening?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a program that the NDFD organize every 2 years to get local entrepreneurs to make either a product or a service that is green, that is focusing on our economy to help better our landscape, our island, and to just market our island per se in a green way.
Okay.
Yeah, eco-friendly that is. Yeah.
Yes, okay. So you sent in your application.
Yes, and I went to the Idea Lab Day. Now, let me tell you, NDFD had this packaged prepared, and it was like, you know, we going to an all-inclusive hotel. It was like that. I'm talking about there was food. I'm not talking about just a light snack. There was tea, every single thing prepared, and also there was courses prepared. There was marketing courses. There were accounting. I learned proper record keeping, how to market my products, how to be innovative. And it was like you came there, you came to learn, you came to network, and also build a bond. The people there are so friendly. I've never really walked inside a business. You know how you walked into somewhere and it's like breathing a breath of fresh air, like you're one of them. That's what I got when I walked in there.
Okay, so you participated and you are now there.
Yes.
Okay, how did that go? What was the result of it?
Okay, so before winning the summit.
Oh, so you won the summit?
I won the summit.
Way to just break it to us slightly.
Yes, slightly. We had to prepare a pitch. So we had to pitch our business in a green way. I didn't have any idea about pitching.
Yeah.
I'm that shy individual, and I learned to pitch for NDFD. I learned how to be brave and assertive and bold for listening to their mentors and the people that they partner with to bring on board to teach us on that day. And even the staff there, while I was preparing for the summit, even on the day that I was supposed to go on, I got to go last. Now I hate going last. I'm the person that I just want to go in there and finish something.
Yes.
And I'm like, I got last and I don't want to go. And can you believe I was ready to go home? I was ready to leave. And my sister, who I bring along with me everywhere, she said, no, you can't. Don't give up. So she went and my mentor, which was George Challenger at the time, she went to him and said, my sister wants to leave. So he said, no, she's not. I have to be somewhere, but I'm going to stay back and try to get her to stay. Everyone is rooting for me. I'm talking about the camera guy, the secretary. No, go on. You have an amazing program. Go on and produce. You never know what can become of it. And I went on and with my favorite thing, I said, I guess you'll save the best for last. And I went on and present my product. It was, can you imagine, we had 6 minutes or 4 to 6 minutes to present a pitch, and I was done before 6. I don't know how I did it, but something happened in there that was not the person who walked into that Idea Lab day. And having come from there, something I learned, I got 2 lessons from that. Opportunities lost can be regained. Had I walked out, I would have lost that opportunity. And 2, to not give up. There are persons routing for you, strangers, people you don't know who want to actually see you win, and that your idea is visible to others. There are people believing in you. You just have to put in the work.
And that's definitely lessons that entrepreneurs, whether they're going into the competition or not, can actually take, you know?
Yes.
Because as an entrepreneur, you're often going to have this feel like, oh, I cannot do this anymore.
Yeah.
You know, or it's going to be like, I didn't get paid on time, or I didn't get the raw materials and things like that. Okay, so speaking on that, what is it like in terms of the financial aspect? I know NDFD they give loans to start up or to improve your business, and they both have having very low interest loans.
Yes.
So what was that like
I
for
have never taken a loan with them as yet.
Uh-huh.
I will speak to Mr. Challenger, who is the loan officer there. But for me, like I said, I had a team. I started small. You can start small. Sometimes you just need just one machine. I remember wanting to start that business, and when I said that to my aunt, who is Vernice Warrington in England, she said, I can give you a machine. And she donated that one machine to me, and I began.
Yeah.
And then my fiance helped me with raw materials. He gave me monies to start up, and I start up with just that little bit to get going. So you don't need to like go and get a loan and start nothing.
Yes.
You can start small and eventually
well,
build
you
from
cannot
there.
say don't get a loan because
You can.
NDFD.
Yes, is listening. They're listening. So
NDFD
you can go to
listening.
NDFD. Yes, but I'm just saying, like, some
get you. Uh-huh.
people might not have the requirement to start small, but however, NDFD can work something out for them.
Yes.
But you can start somewhere as long as you start, or if you have people in your corner pushing you like I did.
And, you know, it's interesting that you say that. This is, what you said is definitely something that I always say to people. You don't have to start a business with a big production.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think that when they think of the business, they think of how grand it can be as opposed to the reality of it even existing. You know, so in terms of payments, that's something that a lot of entrepreneurs suffer, where like people take the things and not pay on time. What has that been like for you? She's smiling so hard already.
There are some, well, for me, the persons that I sell to, I haven't had a problem with payments. Also my products, because at first when I started, I would, you can give it to me now and maybe pay later. But then some people, you know, when you give them, how they say, a foot, they take her. Yeah. So I haven't struggled in that aspect, because with business, you have to also learn that you're buying stuff. Know that there is no, because you're my friend, I'm going to just give you something credit. So that is where we fail. We tend to think mix business, family, and friend.
So your advice to other entrepreneurs is not do that.
Not do that. I'm not saying you cannot give your friend a discount, but however, your friend's supposed to want to see you grow.
Yeah.
So if you have something doing, I'm going to come to, hi Julie, can you give that to me for that? And you can tell me yes at that discount. There's no friend in this.
Or payment plans. I do payment plans.
Yes.
So like if you cannot afford,
Like a
So what we
layaway?
do is not necessity. It's luxury in my end.
Yeah.
So, but still, there are still people that would want to be a part of that, and I know they cannot afford, or they
afford.
say I cannot afford it right now, and I say, oh, you can do a payment plan.
Yeah.
I have 6-month payment plan. I have 12-month payment plan, and I think that is something we can adopt as entrepreneurs, because you may think, oh, I want all that money now, but you may just be broke in
I need it.
September, and then that little money, that $250 that had to come in for that month is coming in because there's
That's
a payment plan. But as you said, you can find a middle ground as opposed to just saying, let me just give you a discount, because that same person will go get you another product at the price that it's been
That
sold
they're willing.
for.
Yes.
So, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, in terms of production, what has production been like for you? I know you said you got that machine from your aunt. We have an
Yes.
hour. You can take your time.
Okay.
It's your hour to sell yourself and your business.
All right.
So you can take your time. It's fine. But you said your aunt gave you, or she said she would give you a machine.
Yeah,
she
gave
did?
me.
She did.
Yes.
Okay.
So she gave me 2.
Uh-huh.
So all my machines was given to me by my aunt.
Oh, good stuff, Miss Warrington. Look at you.
Yeah.
All right. So did that help with production? And also, okay, tell me about that production.
Oh yes. That helped with production for me because that's how I was able to start. And then with getting more knowledge on the business, I realized that in terms of the herbs, sourcing jars, like big jars, that I could also store my stuff in could help with production. That I grind the herbs,
Yes.
and because everything I'm doing is fully natural. It is cured through sunlight. I don't use any adhesive or
Sunlight.
yeah.
So it's like when rain falling and you have cocoa drying.
Drying, yes. So I have to look out for the rain.
Had to look out for it,
Yes.
okay.
So yeah, that production, and it has always been me. However, if I have a large production like I have coming in now, I can use my family to help. I haven't employed anybody as yet, but I'm looking into that soon, as much as
Take your
business
time.
open it does.
Yes. Okay. So tell me some. We're gonna talk about the teas very soon. They're the
Yeah.
highlight and the attraction, also your book. But tell me, let's talk about some of the local herbs or herbs. You all say herbs.
Herbs,
We say
yes.
herbs in Dominica that you use. I see Puev on one.
Oh, yeah.
And so when you want Puev, I don't even know what Puev look like. I know there's get Puev in bushram.
Yeah.
Okay, but when you want to get your Puev, do you have the large quantities of it that you know exactly where to get it? Or how do you go about getting the Puev and the I see some that say worm grass, and how do you go about getting those? I know it's in Dominica,
Okay.
but about how do you get it?
I try my best to give back to our economy, to keep a circular economy going. So I source my herbs from our local
Okay.
supermarket, which I get up early and I go to the market. However, because I want to be more on the organic side, I try to source it from a particular individual that I always get my herbs from. And also I have a family member with a plot of land who grow the herbs, and I also planned on extending to having a plot of land where I plant my herbs. Hopefully NDFD can give me a loan if they're listening to do that. So yes.
there are people selling Puev at the market?
Yeah, at the market you get it. At the
Oh.
market, you come in early. Just make sure you go at 6 o'clock. So I'm leaving Colibri Street at after 5 in the morning.
Which market? The Rosa
The
market?
Rosa Market.
Okay.
Yeah, you get every herb there.
Wow.
From your stinging nettle to your worm grass, which is semi-cotois, as you might know it.
Oh,
But the
okay.
scientific name.
I've heard my grandma say semi-cotois, but I do not know what it looks like.
Yes.
Is that the one you drink when you have the cold?
Well,
No?
yes, you can, but it has always been a traditional cup of tea. Like, I enjoy drinking worm grass on a daily basis.
Okay, so, let's get into the teas, because people just going to look at me as a freshwater Yankee and don't know anything. So,
know.
we have this first one. I say Puev tea.
Okay.
You can tell me
Yes.
about it and
So-
hold it up to the camera. So, those
Okay.
who will join us in the Facebook page, this is the time where you come and look at
So-
our show and tell.
Yeah.
All right.
So my Puev tea and Heritage Blend, the both of them, like as you can see,
Yes.
they were recently released. It is like a traditional collection of teas for me, and the inspiration behind releasing this type of teas now. When I was a little girl, well, I came from humble beginnings.
Yes.
I had my grandmother in my life. You're raised in the countryside. So whenever I would go home to my grandmother, she would always give you a cup of either worm grass, bay leaf, basilic tea, puev tea, and a piece of, I don't know if you know, jackery.
Oh, of course I know
Yeah.
jackery. We used to come here as children. It's a square bread, right?
square bread.
Yes, yeah, of course I know
And
jackery.
that would go down so well.
Yes.
Dry, nothing in there, and your cup of tea in your inner milk
Yes.
cup.
Yes.
And I always said that I would make a traditional tea in it, and I went on doing it. I wanted to have it for Creole because
Yes.
I know that's the time our people in the
Yes.
diaspora,
Yes.
especially,
It's
would
nostalgic for
love.
them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So one of my taglines for it is like taking a stroll down memory lane, because just the aroma, if you were to open the heritage tea, just the scent will have you thinking back in time. And
Okay.
that reminded me of my grandmom and how much coming from humble
Yes.
beginnings.
Yes.
And what it made me realize at that very moment in time, you did not have anything but that cup of tea and jackery, and you thought you were poor.
And family, yes.
But my God, you
yes.
were rich.
I know,
You
I
were
know,
rich.
yes.
So I'm going to keep the tradition alive, not just from my books, but from my herbal teas as well.
Yes. And I was reading the package. It says heritage tea is a unique blend of traditionally used herbs that uplift your mood with an aroma that will take you down memory lane.
Yeah.
You know, so she has it, even if the author in her has it on
Yeah.
on the package tea. And when you look at the packaging itself is so well done. It doesn't look, I don't want to say local looks bad. That's not what I mean.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like something that was just created in Kulabishri.
No.
It looks like something, as you said, when you're in the USVI. This can be on the shelf
Shelves.
in the USVI.
Yes.
The only thing I wish is that even when I look at the Puev one, I wish I would see what the Puev look like, because I'm still trying to figure out
yes.
what Puev looks like.
I know.
But the packaging is immaculate. It's great.
Thank you.
Where did
So,
you? Yeah.
there are sites that you can familiarize yourself with, and one of my sites were Canva and Fiverr, where you
You did the design yourself?
I did
Oh, wow.
this one, and the others were paid. It wasn't done locally.
Uh-huh.
However, I wish I could have done it locally, but with time and you wanting something now, you might have to source elsewhere, and that's what I did, and I got it designed in time.
But the packaging is great. No, we
Yes.
spoke about nostalgia, and is not all our diaspora come home for independence.
No.
Do you export?
Yes, so currently I am exporting to St. Martin. I just started exporting with St. Martin. It's a Caribbean favorite health store. It is owned by Carlton Uzeb. They have been a big support on our local entrepreneurs here, and I noticed that even Jody, they have everything
Yes.
from our local
Dominica,
people,
yeah.
and I spoke with them, and it's amazing that you can take people out of Dominica, but you can't take the Dominica out
Yes.
of them, and that's what I got from the guy Carlton Uzeb, who is the manager of the store alongside his wife. And currently my bestseller on St. Martin is a PCOS tea.
Yes, so we're going to get into
Yeah.
that. But before we get into that, I know we're going to run out of time if we take too much time.
I
But
know.
Puev, I love to interact with my Facebook people, so I'm going to read your messages soon. But for now, we have someone here saying, what is Puev good for?
Puev has always been an all-rounder, circulation and all that, and even the men love drinking Puev.
I know,
Yes.
with the bushrum, right?
Yeah, so that's why they
yeah.
drink the bushrum.
Okay.
Some of them the men has noted that it helps them in their own way. But I have always known Puev to be just a normal traditional tea, but
Yes.
it's an all-rounder when it comes to health, especially when it comes to circulation and pairing it with something like bay leaf.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so which is the PCOS tea?
The blue.
Okay, the blue one. I
Yeah.
want the viewers at home to see the packaging again, professionally packaged. It is gorgeous. I mean, you can find this type of packaging in North America. This is
Yeah.
how you purchase teas.
Yes.
And I wish are you willing to open one so we can show the
Yeah.
people how it looks?
Oh, yes.
It's biodegradable. It's and it's nicely wrapped. It doesn't look like a backyard production. It is well produced.
Yeah.
But tell us about the PCOS.
Okay.
I just love how it looks. Sorry, I'm raving over it.
No problem. If it's one thing I learned
Yes.
from NDFD as well, branding is everything.
Everything.
So I tried to go, do my best on the
Yes,
branding.
it's of high caliber.
Yes. So it's something that when you put it among the rest, it can stand out.
It definitely
That's what I was
does.
going for.
Okay.
Yes. So now my PCOS. There is a personal story behind my PCOS. Every tea tells a story, and for me, my PCOS is the one that tells it.
Mm-hmm.
I suffered from polycystic ovaries, which is PCOS, and I think every gynecologist in Dominica had my file.
Yes.
I'm not exaggerating. I'm talking about the painful periods, the going to do scans to find out how do I do this, and I'm very big on my health.
Yeah,
Yes. So when I saw that, I'm trying the pill, I'm doing everything, but it's still there.
Mm-hmm.
So I will get the irregular periods. So I started going again with herbs. But this time, not just one herb, because I have been told that mixing one or more herb can also have more of an effect.
Yes.
So I started mixing my herbs, and I noticed that my cycle is now 28 days, and the pains are less, which is what I wanted. And I kept on going, because one thing I would like my viewers and people who buy my tea, consistency is key.
Mm-hmm.
You don't just drink a cup of tea overnight and expect to heal.
Yes.
I mean, we take doctor medication for years and we don't see a result sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what happened, and I kept on going. 6 months in, and I went to do a scan, and I was there like a couple months back, and I'm telling you, PCOS is the problem. So I'm lying on the table, I'm like, God, you know best. And the doctor is saying to me, the person who's doing the scan, that I can't really diagnose you with full-blown PCOS because your left ovaries is now completely free. However, there's just a few normal follicles on your right side. And I'm like, you sure? Can you go back again? And she said, yes. I continued drinking my tea, and that's when I kept on pushing it. Now, the customers who buy my tea, they too, when they hear my story, they can relate. And that's another thing with me. Once you have a personal story to sell,
Testimonial.
a testimonial, it will get your product going. And let me tell you, PCOS is a serious thing.
It is.
It affects not just your reproductive organs, but your mental health, depression and anxiety. I've never met a group of people who, want a period. Some people would be happy, I don't want period. They just want to see a drop of blood.
Yes.
And so far, the most rewarding thing for me has been hearing someone say, I got my period, or the acne has been gone. And yeah, so this is what my PCOS does.
I think next month is PCOS
PCOS
month.
awareness month?
Yes. So I have Miss Judy. Is Judy? Julie. She's
The endocrinologist?
no,
or-
she's one of the activists here for PCOS. She's the lady at State College. So we promised to talk about
okay.
it. I remember her name very soon. I'm so bad with names. Trudy Christian.
Oh,
not Judy,
Miss Trudy Christian,
yes.
yeah. Okay.
So we're gonna push some awareness. Sorry, Trudy, but PCOS is so prevalent in our community,
Yes.
especially our Black community. We have you have Caucasians who suffer, but they say more. The doctors say more Black women suffer with it, and you see a woman. So even for my foundation, we did a photo shoot and to highlight that, because we do talks with women that suffer from these types of illnesses.
Yes.
Because so many of our Black women, you see them changing, and you will then judge them for it, not realizing that it is one of these autoimmune diseases, or one of these diseases just cannot control. There's no cure. No one knows why it's happening. So it's not like you can say, all right, if you stop eating chicken, you will not have PCOS.
No.
It is just something that's happening. There's no cure. It's just a lot of meds, a lot of pain, a lot of irrational things happening.
Yes.
So women are now becoming bearded, and somebody will say, oh, why she have so much beard for a young pretty woman? They're losing their hair. Why? Well, your hair dropping is the weave you're using.
Yeah.
Why
Even the weight.
why you getting so fat?
Yeah.
Not realizing that our women are suffering from illnesses like PCOS. Infertility is becoming
that's
more
one of the
prevalent
main
because of
reason.
PCOS.
And you would have people ask the question, when are you having a child?
Yes.
Not knowing it's with PCOS comes a
Yes.
struggle to conceive. Now,
Yes.
one of the things that I can advise on is that knowing what type of PCOS you have, because PCOS is not just
PCOS.
PCOS. You have inflammatory PCOS, you have
Yes.
insulin, you have post-pill. Post-pill is the one that can be easily reversed because you got it from birth control. Now, inflammation has to do with the poor diet, the all-round inflammation in your system. So you're going to cut off the foods that contribute to that
Push the
and
turmeric
proper
and stuff,
diet.
yes.
Yes. Now, for insulin, our body produces more sugar and sometimes it does not effectively knows what to do with it. And here we are
Get the
drinking all the
metformin
sodas,
and
we're
all
taking the
this, yeah.
metformin. And guess what? 2
Much
years
worse.
down the line, you have type 2 diabetes and you
Yes.
wonder where you got that from.
Yes.
So knowing how to manage your PCOS can help. I'm not saying that it's going to magically go away. Everybody's body is different, but it can help you in terms of what you do, what your body take in, cut off sugar. Should I drink more teas?
Yes.
And yeah.
So we do have the PCOS support blend here, 10 organic herbal tea bags. It says a sip of relief in every cup.
cup.
Oh,
Yes.
look at that. I love it.
That's
All
what I
right.
like.
We will open it later. One of them.
Yes.
One of them, the
I know.
inexpensive one, so you can see what a tea bag looks like.
Okay.
Okay. And then we have red raspberry
raspberry.
leaf tea.
Yes.
Okay. So tell us about. Okay. I see what it's. Tell us
Yes.
about it.
So the red raspberry tea, as everyone can see, it has been dubbed the women herb. I think
Yes.
every woman is familiarized with red raspberry leaf tea. It has been my personal favorite before I started even experimenting with so many herbs. I started red raspberry and it helped me balance my hormones. And it helps with uterine health, not only your reproductive organs. Some people has even said that they have been able to conceive by drinking red raspberry. They swear by the leaf. However, for me,
So what does it do? Does it cleanse your reproductive
Yes.
system? Like
It-
if you have cysts or any backup or anything, what does it do? What does it do?
Yes. So the vitamins present in it can help with conceiving, and it
Ooh.
also helps to detoxify the blood,
me.
which will help.
So if you're not trying to conceive,
Uh,
let's not go here.
to red raspberry.
Okay, so it says red raspberry leafy tea or leaf tea supports healthy menstruation and tones the uterus.
Yeah.
Again, 10 organic herbal tea bags, a sip of relief in every cup, and it's red for many reasons. Okay, so then we have the PMS relief.
Yes. So there's a story behind my PMS relief tea as well. I
Oh,
suffered
wait,
from...
sorry. Before you continue,
Yeah.
we have somebody here with a testimonial. They're saying that the red raspberry, we have Miss Petra Julian saying, the red raspberry is my favorite. I love it.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, thank you,
Look at her
Petra.
blushing.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so my PMS relief tea, I suffered from painful periods, even when you know that anovulation. So you would have a period, the pain present
Yes.
without actually having
Yes.
a period. I suffered from that, and one of the things that the medical nurses would say, because I would have to go to the health center to get an injection like diclofenac to help me. I'm talking about pain you can't even, you're ready to crawl.
Yes.
And they would say that you know your period is coming.
Yes.
Drink some diclofenac tea.
A week before.
A week before. So I'm not the type of person
Yes.
that like shame. So I started, what can I do? But that tea came to me like I was supposed to go out with a group and I had the flu. And I wanted to go to Kempinski. So I started drinking some herbs, everything I'm putting in the pot. And I noticed my period came when I didn't have any pain. Like what? First time in my life I'm having a painful period. So before my period came back, 2 weeks before, I made the same blend. And I started drinking it. No pain. Said, oh, I started packaging the tea. I wrote down the ingredients and I tested it out on me. So like I told you, I know what it is for me. I
Yes.
can relate, so I can tell someone this is what works for you. It might be a story, you might have something else to say, but I know, and based on testimonies that I've gotten, that it works. So now I'm period pain free, and yeah, it feels good.
So each pack, I realize, have just 10
Yes.
10 tea bags.
Yeah.
And for people like me, that's very cheap. I said it's not very frugal.
Yes.
My mom would laugh.
I know.
I would use a tea bag and then later I'll come pour more water on it.
So that's the
How potent are your tea bags?
extremely potent
Okay.
that my advertisement, I say that one tea bag makes 2 cups of tea. And like you said, I don't know if you want to open so I can show
anyone
them
you want to open.
that we can go
Yeah.
for the PMS.
Okay, good.
Sorry.
Yes. So we're here with Miss Rachel Schillenford. She's our guest on Creole Heartbeat this morning. She's showcasing her local organic teas, and they all serve a purpose from nostalgia to PMS relief, PCOS, and of course to clear the uterus
Uterus,
for fluid menstruation.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I wish I had brought a regular tea bag to show you that.
Ooh, but this is
when
fancy.
it's cotton.
Oh.
So the health benefit, that was one of my part of my pitch. I wanted something that goes with your health.
Yes.
I don't know if persons know that the normal tea bag that we take on a daily basis, we're putting it in water and it feels like paper. Now my question is that if it's indeed made of paper, why is it able to retain its structure?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's not completely paper.
It's not completely paper. It's made of polypropylene, which is a sealing plastic that helps keep its structure in place. You don't get that with my tea bag.
Well, no, let me hold up your tea
Yeah,
bag. 'cause,
you don't get
I'm
that.
going to kiss my things.
So if you remember your
Yes.
grandmother having a gwek to make coffee and how a gwek, they
Okay,
would say.
I don't know that one.
Um,
Pardon-moi.
Yes.
Tell me what's a gwek?
it's like a cloth that they would put the coffee
Oh, like the
into.
cheesecloth kind of thing. Okay.
So the tea bag is kind of like that. You
Yes.
can make 2 cups of tea as much as you like until you see that the flavor runs out for you.
Yes, and for me, what I'm saying for the win, it's big. Look at it. It's like it's
Exactly.
almost the size. It can in the palm of my hands. It's almost the size of that.
Yeah.
So it's huge. I like it.
Yeah.
And a funny thing is a little funny story, and it's always run through my mind. I tell my friends, but I'll share it today. Every time I see a black person making something out of cotton, I'm like, take that slavery. So
Yeah.
take
It's
that.
really
So I'm so happy to see that you're making this out of cotton.
cotton.
I like it. I like it.
Thank you.
Okay, I know we're running out of time,
Yes.
and Miss Rachel, it was so great having you here today. We're not done, so I just want to go through our comments quickly because you have some fans. We have Irma Davis saying good morning all the way from Antigua. I appreciate when you're in the building every time. We have someone saying good morning, ladies, listening from New York. So New York is in the building. Good morning. Thank you for being here with us. Someone's watching. Great show. Derek Ra. Thank you, Derek. We have we have Snapper saying, Julie, that's a Dominican thing. I guess we're reading it too late. We have Irma Daisy saying, good job, baby girl. I'm proud
thank you,
of
Irma.
you.
Yeah.
And we have Schillenford
Oh, that's
sending
my
you some
sister.
claps,
Yeah.
and also Charles, Shada Charles,
Yeah.
saying I'm here. They sending love, and someone wants to know, is it online? But I think we answered.
Not as yet, but that's the goal. Yes.
Okay, so if I asked this one already, we say, what is Puev? I am someone say, my girl, Rachel Schillenford, do your thing, proud of you. That's from Petra Julian, and she also made the other comment about the testimonial.
Oh, thank you, Petra.
Yes, we have Snapper saying, Julie, I realize you're interested in Puev. Thank you, Snapper, for listening. What about fibroids? Do you have a tea for it?
Oh, yes. I'm working on it. So it will be coming out soon. I am working on the packaging at present and formulating the ingredients.
Okay, so
Yeah.
stay tuned. Do
Stay
you have a
tuned.
website that people can just go to see,
That as well, I'm currently working on.
All right.
Small steps.
Yes,
big
so that's
results.
good. We have someone else saying the red raspberry is life. I conceived on my second pack. Okay, that's the
Yeah.
one that's not for me.
I know.
I'm happy to know it works.
Yes, it does.
Okay, and we have the P. Someone else says Shadia Charles. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. She said PMST has changed things big time for me. Twila Paris. Twyla.
Oh, that's my cousin.
Okay,
Amanda.
your family's just here supporting you.
Yeah, I have
Yes.
big support from my family.
They say I reused one tea bag 3 times. LOL. I'm saving it because I'm all the way in the UK.
Yeah.
So we do have a lot of people saying good morning, Rachel. They're proud. We have Alazia, Laza, Norma, Mary, Lynn, Loda, Jack. We have all these people saying how proud they are of you. So
Yes,
you have a great support system.
Yeah, I have.
And that is important
Yes.
when you're an entrepreneur. And we are definitely running out of time. Forgive
know.
me, Miss Lady, on the thing. But tell us about your book.
My book.
Your teas were so important. That,
I
you
know. Yes.
So tell us quickly about your book. We have like 2 minutes, and that's why
Okay.
someone say winning in every way. Look
I
at
know.
you. Go ahead.
Yes. Okay, so everyone who knows me know I'm also the author of the Tea Matador That Could. I wrote this story. I'm going to be very brief because of time. The inspiration for writing this story came to me whilst I was sitting at a family-owned business. There were 3 little girls dancing, one that I'm very fond of, which is my actual Tea Matador. So yes, my Tea Matador is based on a real story. And I noticed that they were here dancing, playing, and when the music was changed or a cultural song, everybody stopped dancing except that little girl. So it was there I decided to write a story to inspire the young ones to uphold our culture, to keep dancing even though the crowd laugh at you, to move to the beat of your own taboo, which is a drum, and to keep going. So I am hoping that it goes beyond the pages, that a parent,
Yes.
a child can be more inspired. I know for sure there are persons that have given me great remarks. So this is what my Tea Matador is about. I also went on and do a workbook because there are some people who do not know.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, oh,
This
sorry.
is the Tea Matador. And
That's the workbook.
so
Yes.
because of the green, you may
Yes,
not
it
be
weren't.
able to
Yeah.
see. Yes. So where can your books be found?
You can get the books on Amazon or from me locally and from Best Price also upstairs. The books are available there.
Okay, so the final question and the most important question is 11:59. How much are your teas and how much are your books?
Okay, so my teas, there are different price ranges. The Puev and the traditional heritage tea, it's $10. And
good price.
the PCOS, because of the
Magic.
formulating and the magic,
Uh-huh.
it's $25 a cup, bag of tea, sorry, every cup. And the red raspberry is $15 and the PMS is $25. That's
Okay. So it's 10, 25, 25,
And
and 15.
all. Yep. But
All right.
before I go,
Yes.
I want to let everyone know my teas are available at Whitchurch, Maxmat, Best Price, and AC Shillingfords. And I would personally like to thank them for having my teas and supporting local. To Miss Edith Bruni at Whitchurch and Mr. Francis. Thank you. Those at Best Price, Maxmat. Thank you for supporting local and for having me. And gratitude
It's a must.
is a must. And blessings. I would like to thank my fiance for always pushing me. I'm going to always
Yes.
say that. My sister Sherma Shillingford, she has been my biggest fan. My auntie Jennifer and Venice Warrington.
Say the family,
The
because all of them there, and somebody will say
I
they
know
call their
they
name.
call their name. So the family, the friends, and can I just thank NDFD again?
Yes.
Mr. Cletus Joseph, Mr. George Challenger, Miss Laron, Mr. Eddie Bruno, the chairman, and the short one that's
And
in my-
Donnie.
Donald. Thank you. They have
Yes.
been always pushing me, that they call me their green queen. So I'm
Yes.
NDFD's green queen. I would like to thank them for the support and for everyone who believes in me, friend. It's just by sharing my products or buying, you're pushing me. And even strangers. I've had strangers come up to me and say that thank you, and they would like to buy a tea just to give to someone.
Yes.
Sometimes God places strangers in your path to help you. So thank you, everyone.
Okay. So if you want to do a special order, would you give your number? Somebody, let's say they
Yes.
want a bag that has more than 10 because
Yeah.
of the distance where they live. Yes. So
Yeah,
can you
I
give your
would.
information? Someone can reach
Sir.
out to you.
Okay, so my contact information is 225-3872. My name, Rachel Schillingford. The name of my company is Herbal Harmony. I am located in Colibri Street, so in case you want I also do customized blend. So if there's a product that you want me to work on for you, I can do that. Because the men are coming at me. They want their prostate tea and the other stuff, which I have to try to tap into the market.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so today we had Miss Rachel Schillenford of Herbal
Herbal
Harmony, and she showcased her 5 teas that she has presently, and also her 2 books, the
Tea
Tea
Matador.
Matador and the Tea Matador Family Workbook. We want to thank you so much for being here with us. We want to congratulate you on behalf of Creole Heartbeat
Thank
and
you.
DBS Radio. Thank you for what you're doing. And NDFD,
Yes.
thank you for what you're doing here in Dominica. We admire your tenacity, we admire your creativity, your discipline, and we wish you all the best going forward. This was another episode of Creole Heartbeat. Continue to love and continue to be great. Have a wonderful week.
Okay.
Before God and all mankind, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the Commonwealth of Dominica and the sovereign